when I look at DeSantis and how he bombed nationally,
Yeah.
it's every party. Every party has that. It's like state elections are very different from national elections. They just are. It's
Yeah.
like you have to. It's the thing. I would say state. You can win state elections and local elections with just pure money. If you have a lot of
Oh,
money, you
100%.
could probably can win majority of them, 70 to 80% of them. But nationally, money could never. National money can never get you can win buy you an election. And
Yeah,
they
because at the end of the day, it's Democrat or Republican. Every single person has the same choice. So, I mean,
yep.
money helps shape perception. If you are a new candidate like Kamala Harris and you need some name recognition, that's very important to start off with money. But at the end of the day, I mean, people are going to pick left or they're going to pick right. Maybe they'll be crazy and pick some Green Party candidate, but,
I don't
money
know.
doesn't.
I just feel like nationally money doesn't matter as much because
Yeah.
look at I think Kamala ran a lot raised a lot of money when she went against Joe Biden in 2020
Yeah.
and she lost
But that is the
because
primary, too. Primary elections different than general elections.
that's true. But you're going against Joe Biden, which is a name nationally,
Yeah.
and you're Kamala Harris or you're Cory Booker or you're I don't know how many people ran Elizabeth Warren and Bernie had to me the biggest name outside of Joe Biden that year, and
Hmm.
you see he went toe for toe with them for a
But the
long
thing
time.
that the thing that ultimately decided the 2020 primaries was Joe Biden won the pragmatic vote. It was, everybody picked their favorite candidate and they all got stuck in their little camps. Joe
Hmm.
Biden was one of the lowest people, like, in voter enthusiasm. People weren't like, I love this guy. They were like, this
Of
guy
course,
can win. The most amount of people thought that he could beat Trump, and that's why he was the chosen candidate at the end of the day. Because people were so, instead of consolidating around the progressive vote or the centrist vote, they picked the person that was their favorite. I mistakenly voted for Tulsi Gabbard. You know, we all make mistakes.
Tulsi's not as bad as people make her to be.
She's pretty bad. She's never been worse. I mean,
I
at
mean,
one
I think
point,
her
admittedly
rhetoric,
in 2020, yes, you're right. She was fine.
yeah,
But
her rhetoric lately has been just. I think you have someone who's like, they had the spotlight for many years,
mhm,
and then all of a sudden the spotlight's taken from them.
yeah.
So what they try to do is like a cat. They scratch and crawl, and like I just need attention.
Mhm.
So I feel like it says things just to get people's attention. She doesn't
Yeah.
really. I don't think she's like. I don't
I
think.
I
I don't think when people think she's like. I don't think she's a Republican. That
I
I
don't
don't
think
think.
that she is Republican, like, the same values. I think that she's like you called it. You said chameleon. I think for
Yeah.
her, it's more accurate to call her a grifter. They're a
Uh.
little bit different. She
Mhm.
went where the attention was. She was on Fox News. All the Democrats did not like her after 2020, so she
Yeah.
went where she was liked because that's how she perceived.
Exactly.
Oh, they're good people. They like me. Just like Trump, he goes where he's
Yeah.
liked. So many people
Exactly.
are so afraid to surround themselves with people that are willing to critique them, because people that critique you want you to be better. While people
I think,
who tell you what you want to hear want something from you. They don't care about you. They want something from you.
of course,
So,
facts. I agree
what were
with
you
you
about to
100%.
say?
No, I was just gonna say. I think Tulsi Gabbard's problem was the fact that she went toe to toe with Hillary Clinton, and I think she
Yeah,
didn't have enough pull. Like Barack Obama went toe to toe with Hillary Clinton, but it
yeah,
was so obvious that he was a better candidate than her that it was not even close. Um, but Tulsi Gabbard, I think she got offended because Hillary Clinton called her pretty much a Russian
yeah.
spy,
A Russian asset. Yeah,
a Russian asset, and that kind of just killed her politically.
yeah,
And it's like, and so I can understand her why she's kind of doing this. Like, fine, the head of the party of the Democratic Party, Hillary
yeah.
Clinton says I'm a Russian spy. I'm never going to win in the Democratic Party anymore. So I see
And that
it's
all
like,
happened. That all
mhm,
happened because in 2016, Tulsi Gabbard was the vice president of the DNC, and she
mhm,
dropped out. She left that role so she could endorse Bernie Sanders. Now, we thought it was because she was a progressive and she wanted to endorse Bernie Sanders, but it turns out she just hated Hillary Clinton so much that,
Yeah,
I mean, I understand it. I get it. But she screamed and critiqued the Democratic Party so much that she literally just surrounded herself by people that agreed with those critiques. And that's not
hmm
Democrats. And she went slowly. She went an independent. She took her role at Fox News where she made her money. She makes money now because she gets paid at Fox News every time.
yeah,
Everybody just wants to be loved. Everybody just wants attention. And, you can really see somebody set themselves apart when they just are actually willing to stand on their values when everybody around them's hating them, calling them a liar, all this stuff. No, she changed. She changed when people critiqued her. And that's not a sign of a good leader, in my
that's true.
opinion. And that's why I'm really ashamed, because it's not only the politics that she changed, it really just showed that she never had even the values that I thought she did, that were what I thought was inspiring to me. I'm like, wow, she's really she's going to take on Hillary Clinton, the former leader of the party. She's willing to attack all these people because she really believes in these policies. No, she changed her policies because she cared more about the ability to critique the Democrats than she cared about healthcare and women's rights and all these things. She's a sellout. And, now people like Elon Musk are like, well, who's the real moderate party? Trump is surrounding himself with lifelong prominent Democratic leaders like Robert F. Kennedy and Tulsi Gabbard. Like,
Yeah.
that's never really actually been the case if you were paying attention. She was
Well,
never, I mean, go,
they're
go
using the
ahead.
dad's name. They're using Robert Kennedy's name to
Yes,
try to
true.
say, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to think
Yeah,
about Tulsi Gabbard anymore, man.
yeah,
Just makes
to
me sad.
me, no, man. I'm with you on that because I feel like she had a lot of promise.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like she had a future. Her Yang.
Yeah.
Um,
Yang
I
is
think that was
still
such a,
holding it together.
yeah. I just think that was such a good Democratic primary.
Agreed.
2016. That was really good. They were all. It's like 2016 was really good. I mean, they gave it to Hillary obviously because she's been there forever.
Yeah.
Um, 2020. Am I getting my things right? Yeah, 2020
20,
wasn't as good in my opinion.
well, no, 2016 was the Bernie Hillary one. 2020 was the one with the 30 Democrats.
With 30 Democrats. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that one wasn't that great. Um,
No. Well, the 30 Democrats had like, you know, that at least you had, if you had a political stance, you had somebody that represented you.
yeah,
There,
that's very
I
true.
mean, there's a
Yeah,
reason why 2016 Bernie got almost 50% of the vote in the primary. Let's be honest. 50% of the Democratic Party is not Democratic Socialists. They
no,
just, were just left enough that he catered more to their values than Hillary Clinton, who's, you know, pretty much the epitome of the establishment Democratic Party of that
yeah,
time.
yeah, that
Which,
was hilarious. You know,
which
there.
people,
I mean, that
oh, I was just gonna say, people voted for Obama in 2008 because he was the change candidate, not because he
yep,
was an establishment Democrat, and that's why he won so substantially. He ended up becoming an establishment Democrat. That's not why he won re-election. He won re-election because people still liked him. Hillary Clinton just ran the same political model as Obama without any of the charisma or the promise of rhetoric of hope and change. And no surprise that people didn't, they picked the change candidate, which was Trump.
yep.
Now
Yeah, I
that's
was
why,
against that.
and in 2020 they picked the change candidate, which was Joe Biden, because it was under the Trump administration.
And
They
they
always
was,
People always vote for change and hope.
yep. They just didn't
And
want to hit Trump anymore. That's what
yeah,
it was. It was like you talk. Trump was been talked about on TV every single day, and people were like, "Okay, we need to move on from this." And
yeah,
every single person that's been elected by, well, has been endorsed by Trump has lost their elections
mhm.
significantly. There's maybe like 10% who actually makes it through,
Well, it's not
and that's
people that
why.
have been endorsed by Trump. It's endorsed in the primary, like a Trump picked candidate. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like every
So
Republicans. He endorses all the Republicans, but in the primaries, his chosen candidates are the farther right, the MAGA loyalists. They end up winning the primaries and losing the general election. So that's his problem, is picking just loyalists instead of the old Republican strategy, which is just, yeah, exactly, yeah, to win. And now we're going to see a cascading effect this year, because we have extremists all over in national races. Well, not national races. I just mean, well, do you consider a Senate seat a national race?
Yeah.
It's not a national race because but it's for like a nationally represented
What's a
office. That's
national
more what
race?
I meant. Okay.
It's
I
not a
just meant like
national
it's
race.
not voted on nationally.
No, it's
You know
not
what I
voted
mean?
on national.
Yeah,
No,
but
but
it's representing nationally.
yeah. But see, the Senate and Congress are very national races, even though they're
Mhm.
very local.